Chair of this program, Mr. Sunil Kesi, Vice President, NICCI, Secretaries, Joint Secretaries, DG, and government officials. Suman Sekhar, Second Secretary, Commerce, Indian Embassy, Kathmandu. Experts, participants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to participate and address this seminar organized jointly by NICCI and TBI publication. At the outset, I would like to thank all the experts, panelists, organizers, and participants contributing this important event based on intellectual property rights of Nepal. This program has assessed and explored the possible areas of reform and opportunities of IP sector in Nepal. Nepal as LDC and LLDC has to enhance the capacity in multiple sectors. One of the priority areas of Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies is to enhance the capacity of IP sector, basically to formulate the integrated IP law, simplification of the registration of the industrial property, technology transfer, enhance the capacity of related institutions, and promote the IP regime with the coordination and partnership of concerned stakeholders. Nepal has a long history which traces back to 1930s, when many countries did not have intellectual property law and regulation, that is patent, design, and trademark law. Our Eastern philosophy has much more on evidence of IPRs, especially traditional medicines. Singhadarbar Vaidyakhana is one of a live example of traditional Ayurvedic medicines which stands for more than 200 years serving for the people. Several academic and research institutions in the public and the private sector are working for the area of the generation of knowledge and innovation. With the aim of protection and promotion of IP rights, Nepal is implementing two major legal instruments on the IPRs, that is Patent, Design and Trademark Act and a Copyright Act, and new integrated IP law is also in progress. As discussed here, Nepal is the part of TRIPS and Paris Convention. To protect the copyrights, Nepal Copyrights Registrar's Office is serving under the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation and the Department of Industry for the protection of industrial intellectual property, that is patents, designs and trademarks, including collective marks and service marks under the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supply. The harmonization process of the various conventions and agreements is in progress to address provisions of Berne, TRIPS and Paris Agreement. As is stressed and highlighted at the seminar, the Intellectual Property Policy 2073 is in implementation to address the various issues of IPRs in Nepal. The Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supply has drafted the Industrial Intellectual Property Bill for the protection and promotion of patents for invention, industrial designs, trademarks, including collective marks, service marks, associated marks, series marks, and well-known marks and certification marks. Geographical indications, unfair competition, trade sectors, and undisclosed information, layout design, and integrated circuit based on IPR policy. Similarly, Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, Ministry of Forest and Environment, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Ministry of Health are working in the IP areas. Our ministry is coordinating and facilitating with those line ministries for the protection and promotion of IPRs as a focal ministry for the intellectual property rights. The ministry has also introduced some actions for the partnership with academic and research institutions, that is Nepal Academy of Science and Technology and Tribhuvan University, for the promotion and development of intellectual property. The ministry is also planning to explore such initiative with other public and private institutions for this purpose. The IPR policy has also envisaged such actions and initiatives. The government of Nepal believes that the full protection of the intellectual property rights will motivate intellect activities of the people for creative works, enhance the inventions, and increase domestic and foreign investment for the economic prosperity of the country. As I mentioned earlier, the draft IP bill has made several provisions for this purpose. The bill has envisaged a separate intellectual property department for administration and intellectual property tribunal for judicial hearing with the provisions of expertise. The bill is at the final stage at the Ministry of Law, Justice and the Parliament Affairs to submit for the cabinet approval before it goes to Parliament. To conclude, trade is regarded as the engine of growth and development. IPR is one of the major sectors of trade. Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies is fully committed for the protection and promotion of IPRs. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.